What's going on, everybody? What's good with you? It is Monday, March 31st, almost 8 p.m. here in my apartment. As you can see, I'm trying to flex on y'all a little bit with that view behind me right now. I'm in my that Bud Fox Wall Street apartment that I got right now, downtown Omaha. Almost 8 p.m. and I'm getting ready to go lift. And much later than I like to go lift. It is my primary squat day. But at a work function, we did a little team dinner up at Charleston's, and which was good. Good to see some of the team members, but obviously it pushed back my timeline a little bit today. I don't like going this late because by the time I drive down there, get warmed up, get my lifts in, it's gonna be pretty late. But something I got to do with being like, man, less than 90 days out now from nationals, end of June. So yeah, we're right at about 12 weeks right now. So no more interruptions. Can't really afford to miss any sessions. So sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, but it'll be all right. We'll go in there and we'll get it done. Also, might try to vlog a little bit. You're probably wondering, like, is this what we need to see on YouTube? 50-year-old, kind of a mediocre power lifter vlog. But there's been some clamoring. There's been some whispers out there that this is some content that people want to see. But honestly, in all seriousness, this is something mainly for me. Like, I want to be able to, like, down the road when I'm done competing, whenever that is. I'm still hitting some PRs, so we're gonna keep this thing going. But down the road, I want to be able to kind of look back and be like, all right, man, you was doing it. You were kind of strong back then. And also maybe, like, for my kids, some memories for them to watch much later down the road, where they can be like, damn, dad was really out there doing it, doing the damn thing, and he was kind of strong. And I think it'd be good for my children to kind of look back on. So I'm pretty excited about that. This really ain't about growing a YouTube channel or views. If you really know, then I've been the influencer since like 2019. I made this cooking video. You can go on my channel and check it out. I think it was like 2019. It's been like 6 years now, but I think I must have I uploaded this thing at like the exact right time, because it for some reason ended up going like crazy on YouTube. It has like 600,000 views. So I always laugh when I see these people that call themselves influencers, but until you hit like 600,000 views, like you ain't on my level. So I'm still collecting royalties off of that video, get like $2 or $3 a month off of that. So it ain't about the money. We're good on that. All right, workout is complete. I am finally heading home from Bob's. It is 11:04 p.m. So not ideal. I normally don't work out this late. I like to usually go right after work, get back around dinner time and eat, and then I have some time to kind of relax back at the house and just kind of wind down a little bit before bed. So that will not be on the agenda tonight, but that's all right. I don't want to get in the habit of missing the sessions. You know, I want to perform well at Nationals at the end of June. I had a full week last week. I was gone the entire week before that with Owen in Colorado and Utah, so I really didn't want to miss another session. And honestly, like, it's really just a minor inconvenience. It's not like this is an everyday thing. So it was kind of a good mental test for me. I obviously working out a little bit later, and then I went to start my top set of squats and realized I did not have my headphones, so that wasn't great either. I took a long walk on Sunday, and I forgot to put them back in my bag, so I didn't have those, which another really just a more of an inconvenience. I went so long, like being in the Army. If you guys were in the Army, I don't know how it is now, but back in the day, you could not wear headphones like at the gym or anything like that when you're working out. So for the longest time, like, I never wore them. I used to work out all the time without headphones. So it's really not that big of a deal for me. And then also having that entire week off. So last week I was back in the gym, and like, it has been a long time since I've been actually sore from lifting. And like, my quads last week were wrecked after squatting on Monday and Thursday, just because I had that full week off. But I had my primary deadlift day on Saturday, and it wasn't anything crazy, anything heavy, but I think just from not lifting an entire week and then coming back and lifting, like, my middle back, like right in the middle of my back, those muscles, whatever that is, rhomboids maybe, I don't know, not my lower back or traps or anything like that, like right in the middle of my back, like really sore. So like, when I went to like bench, even right now, like when I'm trying to like get into an arch, like, they do not like that. My muscles, they don't like that. Just a little bit sore. Not an injury or anything major like that. It just did not feel great when I was trying to get set up in the bench. And so, you know, it's like another thing added on to the whole, like, it's late, I don't have any headphones, my middle back muscles are sore, but we got through it. You know, sometimes you got to carry the boats, when you're not feeling great. So we got through it. As a good first day. Had my primary squat day, and then leg press, and then my primary bench day, and then some skull crushers to end it. And now I'm gonna head home here and still find a little bit of time to relax. Got a rest day tomorrow, so I think that'll help with the whole middle back muscle thing. So this should be totally resolved by Wednesday. So yeah. What is up, everybody? It's Wednesday morning. Train has arrived apparently. Getting out for my morning walk. I try to walk every morning. I have a pretty sedentary job. I do work from home, but it is a office type job where I'm on my laptop for about 8 hours a day, so I have to kind of make it a point to get my steps in. So before I even start working, I like to take about a 20-minute walk. Ends up giving me about 2,500 steps to start off the day already before I even start working. So on my gym days, it's pretty easy because I can walk in the morning and I get a lot of steps in at the gym. Plus just walking around the apartment, so it's not that difficult. But like yesterday on my rest days, like I really have to focus on trying to get close to 10K. So We have, I think RDLs today, some dumbbell bench, a couple accessories. So that'll be later this afternoon. Though now it's time to make the shareholders even more money. All right, my 8-hour sacrifice to my shareholders is complete. I think they're going to be happy with my work today. Now we are off to the gym. I do some intelligence analyst type things for a financial services company that is a little, not really similar, but kind of similar. I mean, I was a human intelligence collector, and then eventually became a human intelligence warrant officer in the Army. I did that for just over 20 years. I went to, during that time, Iraq 3 times, Afghanistan once, and then I retired in 2015 and came back to Omaha, and now I work in the private sector. But we are now on our way to Bob's Fitness Complex here in Bellevue, Nebraska, a little suburb of Omaha, to go lift. Should be a pretty good day. It's a secondary day primarily for me. I have some Romanian deadlifts, dumbbell bench, a row of choice, and some biceps of choice. So it should be pretty good. Feeling pretty good. It's only 4:30 in the afternoon this time, so I will not be getting back around 11:30 like I did on Monday night. So that will be nice. And I did remember my headphones this time. So let me battle this after work traffic here in Omaha, and then we'll pick it up when I get to the gym. Sorry, I gotta get out of this gas station without crashing. All right, workout complete. That wasn't too bad, actually. I had some RDLs in there, which I haven't really done a lot of those. Normally my my secondary deadlift day is like a pause deadlift, or maybe even like a deficit at times. And so I really, honestly, like throughout the years, I have not done RDLs a lot. So it's still kind of like a newish movement for me, but those have been going pretty well. Really just kind of focusing on pushing my butt back, trying to keep the bar close to me, and we're starting to get up there. We're starting to add some weight to those. Like, I'm in week 2 of this block, and I'm kind of seeing that, like, I'll probably be probably hitting 3 plates for reps by the end of the block, which actually would be pretty good for me. I don't think I've ever touched 3 plates on RDLs, just because, like I said, I just haven't. It's not a movement I do a lot, but I'm actually kind of enjoying these now. And then I had some dumbbell bench, which actually been feeling pretty good. This kind of I had those in my prep for Nebraska States, and I really like those. And then those have been going good. I was hitting like 75 for 8 today, which is nice. So I'll be curious to see where I end up on those by the end of the block. Mentioned a little bit, I'm driving home now, but I mentioned a little bit ago, or on the other day, that kind of why I wanted to start doing these was mainly for myself. Some things I can look back on over the years, and then for my kids maybe to have some memories also. But something else I was kind of thinking about, like, being 50, like, I think I feel like a lot of men in general, or just men or women in general, think like at 50 you're like pretty much done as far as like being like physically capable of getting stronger or lifting. And I hope I can at least show some people, and
some guys my age, like, you can still make some decent strength gains at 50. Like I PR'd my squat, PR'd my deadlift, my total back in January, and I feel like if things keep going well, I'll probably PR again at nationals. At least that's the goal. So that's another reason I just want to kind of show guys that, hey, just because you get to your 40s or 50s in my case, that you're not done, man. Like, you're not done yet. You can still get stronger. You can still make gains. So I'm hoping I can at least maybe motivate a few people. And then I might also, I'm thinking, I was had a very long Army career, and I don't really talk about too much. I did a little bit on my Instagram story a while ago, but just in my stories, and that shit goes away like in 24 hours. So maybe talk a little bit about that, just how that kind of like what that did for me, the effects it had on me, and just some of the stories from my Army career. I've been posting a lot of it on Signal, so if you want to get in on that group chat, just go ahead and leave your phone number in the comments, and I'll add you, and you'll be privy to some top secret information. Like, jokes aside, I was talking to a friend of mine actually today about the whole Signal thing, and I was a human intelligence collector, so obviously I was in military intelligence, and I had top secret clearance for a long time, and man, we were both talking, it's like, if I would have done something like that, like, it would have been like court martial in an instant. Like, not even a thought. Like, my ass, I would have been done. And to see like nothing happen, like, damn, I wish I would have had Signal back then. It would have made things a lot easier for me. But hey, what can you do? So anyway, workout's done. I'm gonna go home, chill out for a little bit, and then I'll probably post like my first 2 days of lifting for the week in one video, and then I'll do like another one for the last 3 days of the week. So I will catch y'all later.